And then within the FDA, there's a category of food called GRAS, generally recognized as safe. And what that means is that if they're going to put a new food product, a synthetic food product into the food system, they're going to assume it's innocent until proven guilty. It takes a lot of money to prove that these ingredients are harmful and carcinogenic. One of the ones that I love to point out is partially hydrogenated oils. About 20 years ago, they identified that partially hydrogenated oils fell into this GRAS category, that it was generally recognized it's safe, but they hadn't really seen research telling them it wasn't safe. And then the research showed up. And the research said that these partially hydrogenated oils were actually contributing, a major contributor to heart disease, and should be taken out of our food system. So what the FDA did is they say, okay, food industry or food companies, you have 20 years. It was like 20 to 25 years to get this carcinogenic, heart-challenged food out of our food system. And it was by 2025, which is next year, that will be out of our system. But why did they give them 20 years? How many people died in those 20 years that when they discovered that this food was causing cardiovascular problems? That kind of bullshit goes on in the FDA all the time. They care about profits. They do not care about our health. End of story.
So worrying and so sad. And that's why we have to do it from the bottom up.
That's why you have to be, responsible. I always say, and I really want people to take this to heart, where you sit with your health. If it's not what you like today and you're hearing this podcast and you're like, whoa, nobody told me all this. Yes, your poor health, your trouble losing weight is not your fault. But now that you've heard this, it is your responsibility. Your health is your responsibility. And in this day and age, if you're doing nothing, you're not reading ingredient labels, you're not waking up to conversations like this, you are choosing chronic disease. I promise you, the statistics are showing that if you're just eating with a blind eye, you are choosing chronic disease because the FDA cares more about making profits than your well-being.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Question number 3, how would you define your current purpose?